Today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the shear pins on your two-stage snowblower. Now this particular snowblower happens to be a Briggs & Stratton 24-inch dual stage, but there are quite a few different shear pins used depending on different models. So here are a few examples of different shear pins used on different models. That one on the far left there is used for many of the newer model snowblowers. This one on the far right here is the one I'm going to be using for this snowblower, and that one is mostly for the older MTD yard machines from the 90s and that style of snowblower. Now the tools you're going to need are pretty basic. Depending on the shear pin, this one all you need is a needle nose, pliers, maybe a punch, and a hammer. This one, which is the one I'm changing, you're going to need a 1/2-inch wrench and a 1/2-inch socket and ratchet. So if your snowblower seems like it's not blowing snow very well, maybe you see clumps of snow here, it's likely because this one isn't turning. And that's because the shear pin is snapped. Now what the shear pin does is it's meant to take the load of an impact. If you hit something like a rock or something hard, it shears off the pin before wrecking the gear case. So it's basically a safety feature to save the gear case, which is a very expensive repair. So it's very important that you use the correct shear pins, because, for example, if you use this older MTD style, which is actually what's in it there, instead of the correct one, you can see the difference there. That might cost you the gearbox. So make sure you use the correct shear pins for your model. You can look up, put in your model number of your snowblower, which is right here on this one. Many of the MTDs are back there. And then putting your model number into a parts diagrams site like Parts Tree, and then find your correct shear pin, and then you can get it at usually hardware stores or stores that sell snowblowers, like maybe Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot, but make sure you don't just go to the local hardware store and get a bolt, because that would not shear at the correct time and it could cost you the gearbox. So you start by removing the old shear pin. Now I'm just going to be changing both of them, but if yours sheared there, then what you can do is take a hammer and a punch and punch through the hole to get the rest of the shear pin out. You can even use a screwdriver and a hammer, something that'll fit in that hole. So I'm going to take this one out. And now would be a good time to take some sort of lubricant, or if your unit has grease zerks on the shaft, grease those up. Spray right in there, spray in the hole there, turning it around on the edge there. Just make sure it's lubricated. You don't want it to seize up to the shaft there, otherwise that will not let the shear pins do their job. So lubricate it up, and then you also want to make sure you lubricate your gearbox. On this one there's a grease zerk here, so look in your owner's manual, find out what the correct lubricant is. Now on some of the older models, like I was saying earlier, the MTD yard machines, those types of snow blowers, the ones with the little plug on the top there, I found this here is the correct lubricant to use for those snow thrower gear cases. Part number 7370168A. However, this one has a grease zerk, so it uses a different type of grease. Alright, so here's the part number for the shear pins for this specific Briggs & Stratton snowblower, part number 707555. Now you're just going to line up the pin with the holes. Just find the hole there. There it is. And then take the lock nut and put it on like that. Do the same for the other side. And start using the ratchet to get that lock nut threaded. Now you don't want to go very tight with these at all, because it's got a lock nut and that's going to hold it on. And if you tighten it, you actually could be messing up the shearing function. So they're designed to break at a certain torque, and if you torque them down tight, it could mess that up. So as you can see with this style, they don't have any torque on them. They just go through, and then this clip here holds them on. So that's all you really need to do, is just keep it held on. Just a little bit of play. That's all it needs. I'll do the same for the other side. Alright, so those are both on. And that's all there is to placing the shear pins on the two-stage snowblower. When you are done with that, you may want to check your skid shoes right here, because those control how high the blade back there rides. And if you're snowblowing on gravel, you want the skid shoes down more to lift the blade up. That will help you to not be scraping up rocks that could wreck these in the future. So make sure you have those adjusted correctly for cement use, or like on driveways versus on gravel. It's really a simple job. All you need is pretty much just a socket and ratchet and maybe a vice grips or a wrench, or if you have the other style, just a needle nose, and maybe a punch and hammer if it's stuck.